Hello everyone and welcome to this new Eurovision video. This week I will review Latvia at Eurovision and we will talk about all of the songs and performances from 2010 up until now. So without further ado, let's get into this. As previously, I will go through my top 13 and I will first go through my bottom 3. My bottom 3 are 2014, 2010, and 2011. To start with 2014, I got a cake to bake, I got no clue at all.
I've got a cake to bake, I got no clue at all. I've got a cake to bake, and haven't done that before. Don't be proud, mate, please don't bother. Go, come on, and ask your mother how to bake that cake.
It is like a fun song, like I can't say that I absolutely hate it, but it's one, not something that I'm ever gonna listen to, and two, the performance, I feel like it wasn't executed well enough, because I feel like with this type of song, vocals should just be on point, and it was flat, or a lot of times it was flat, and I feel like that really bothered me in this performance. So yeah, it's unfortunately in the bottom for me. It's a 3 in terms of the song. In terms of the performance, at 4.5, which could have been way higher, I think, if the vocals were just on point, which it should have been in my opinion. So then we have in 12th place 2010, and honestly, I don't even mind this song so much. I think it's fine. I think it's quite interesting actually, but what kills it is just the vocal performance. It's just so not good. It changes off so many times that it becomes cringe, honestly, to watch it.
The sun in color black is rising high, but time is turning back. I wonder why so many questions now with no reply. What for do people live and see?
So therefore, the song got a 5 and the performance got a 3 because it really wasn't good. And then in 11th place we had 2011, which I don't hate. I just think it's boring. I like the rap part, but the rest of the song and the performance is just there. Like there's nothing that stands out about it at all. But at least they were more or less on key, singing well. So that's already something that the past two didn't have.
Kill me with killer kiss, kill me with sensitive lips, serve me with deadly eyes, love me with luscious lies. Kill me with killer kiss, kill me with sensitive lips, serve me with deadly eyes, love me with luscious lies.
So the song got a 4.5 and the performance got a 5. And now we get to the top 10. In the 10th place, I have 2013.
Here we go, so alive in the sky we can fly.
And I actually have always thought that it was quite fun. I never minded the song at all, and this performance either. I do think it was overly chaotic. It kind of reminded me of the Irish Twins, which I wasn't necessarily a fan of, because when you look at them on stage, it's just chaos. Like, they're moving all around. I just wish that maybe they weren't jumping around as much. I wish maybe it was a bit more rehearsed. I also wish that they didn't have these very glittery suits on, or I don't know if they were suits, but the clothes were very glittery, and I honestly didn't like it that much. And perhaps I was thinking that I think this performance would have been a lot sleeker if it would have just been performed by one person instead of two, because the two together just make it messy. And I know that this is kind of maybe a messy song too, but having this song together with a messy, chaotic performance maybe is a bit too much of chaos. So both the song and the performance got a 5. but I do generally enjoy it when I watch it. In 9th place, we have, and this breaks my heart, 2021. I love this song. I love this song. I think it's my second favorite song from Latvia. I gave it a 7.5. I think the song is amazing. It has so many different elements and it has such an interesting melody, and I really love it. But then everything about the performance was wrong, and it was really sad to see. I think, you know, we all know that she can sing, and unfortunately on that night she sounded off. She sounded like there was something wrong. I didn't like the color schemes, the gold and the green. It's a bit too in your face or rough. Like it's just not, it's an interesting combination, but not for this song and not for Eurovision, I feel like. And then she had like the backing singers and they were lined up in a way that I didn't like. Like on camera, it just looked bad. And then there was also the outfit that I just didn't think it fit with the song at all. I think this type of song just needed a totally different performance. So, like I said, the song got a 7.5, and then the performance at 3.5 because I really didn't think it was good, unfortunately. In the 8th place, we have 2018.
Bear it all. You're looking at her, she's looking at you. I'm falling apart. What can I do to make you feel that way about me too? Yeah, yeah. And it's getting hard.
I really don't mind this either. No, I think the song is quite nice, it's quite chill. I just think there was a lot more potential for this song. I feel like this song is super sensual, and I feel like the performance should have been more sensual and more atmospheric. Like, I could have imagined her sitting in a chair, maybe having some male dancer that is, you know, dancing around her, and them interacting a bit. I feel like it would have spiced up the performance to an extent that it might have been qualified. But right now it was just her standing, singing, making some rehearsed movements that didn't necessarily look that great. So I think there was a lot more potential for this. Nevertheless, I still think it was a decent effort. The song got a 5.8 and the performance at 5.5. Up next, in 7th place, is 2019.
Love, where are you? Love, I need you. Love, all night through.
And I think this is just super relaxing. You know, this is not something that I could listen to any day. I think the song itself, it gets a little boring. Like, I feel like the first minute and a half I'm really enjoying it, and then it's too much repetition. But the performance was just so relaxing. It was so atmospheric, and I loved the way they filmed it. I really like her. I feel like she was very charismatic. So overall, I really enjoyed it. So the song is a 5.5 for me, and the performance a 6. Then in 6th place, we have my ultimate guilty pleasure, because it is 2012.
Beautiful song is on the radio, is in the TV shows and plays on and on. Beautiful song that everybody hums and everybody loves. Beautiful.
This song is just so incredibly catchy. It gets stuck in my mind whenever I hear it. I don't know what to say. I feel like maybe it's higher than it's supposed to be in my ranking, but I just love it so much. I think the song, it's super catchy, and the catchiness of the song forgives her for, you know, the styling and the performance that might be a little cringy sometimes. But in the end, I don't even mind the cringiness of the performance. I just enjoy it from the start to finish. I just love it. I know that it's, I know it's not a great song, like technically, but I love it. It's a true guilty pleasure. And so both the song and the performance received a 6. In 5th place, we got 2017.
Tell me, baby, when we try to lie. Tell me, baby, when we try to lie. Tell me, baby, when we try to lie.
It is an absolute tragedy that this got into the last place in the semi-final. Like, I understand this wasn't the best performance. I understand that she wasn't the greatest when it comes to the vocals, but they should have at least been close to qualifying. Honestly, it wasn't that great of a semi-final in general, and I really think that it's unbelievable that they got into the last place when they performed in the last spot with a song that is, I find, quite catchy. I think the only thing that I would change about it really is her vocals. I don't know what else to say about it. I really like it. I do think the performance would have been helped with strong vocals, because this is the part that really takes away a bit of the power of it. But generally it looks great, she looks great, the song is catchy, so should have done much better, honestly. In terms of the song, it got a 6, and in terms of the performance, it got a 6.5. In 4th place, we have 2022.
Instead of meat, I eat veggie. I like them both fresh, like them both juicy. I ride my bicycle to work instead of a car. All of my groceries are divided by...
I will never understand how this did not make it into the final, in this semi-final. I was never a fan so much of the song on its own, but they're selling it while they're performing it. It's just so much fun. They're just so fun to watch, and I loved their styling. I loved the whole performance. Some of the choreo that they did, I loved. I was generally in 2022 quite disappointed with the whole show, and I've actually, when I saw their performance, I was enjoying it from the first bit until the end. I think it was great. I think it's unbelievable that, in that year there were so many ballads that went through, and that this didn't make it. I'm still flabbergasted by that. I don't even think it got close to making it too, which is just weird to me, because it always felt like something that people would catch on to and that people would vote for. Unfortunately they didn't, but I think this was an amazing effort from Latvia, and it's a joy. It's a joy to watch it. So the song got a 6, the performance got a 7. Then in 3rd place we have 2016. I can be short about this. I love his voice. I love the, what do you call it, like the raspiness of his voice. Is that a word? Maybe, or maybe not. I hope you understand what I mean. I think it was a nice performance too, and the song was also good. I don't have a lot else to say about this. So the song was 7 for me, and the performance received a 7.5. And again, his voice was probably one of the greatest male voices that we had in 2016. It was absolutely amazing. In 2nd place, we have 2015. And you know watching all of these performances from 2010 up until then, it's kind of funny to see like all of the performances of Latvia in the previous years, and then suddenly in 2015, it's like they switched their strategy, and suddenly they understood the assignment. Like the difference in quality between the 4 years before 2015 and then 2015 is unbelievable. Obviously, she had an amazing voice. It's a difficult song to sing and she just nails it. Her styling was great. The song itself is very, very interesting, very atmospheric too. I can't say that it's my all-time favorite song, but it's for sure very, very good quality. So yeah, overall, amazing effort from Latvia in 2015. The song for me is a 7, the performance an 8 because it's out of this world, right? Which leads us to number 1, which is 2023.
Don't cry, I'll try to say the right words at the right times. Sing you out loud.
And again, Latvia didn't qualify when they should have. When I was watching this performance, 2023 was a wonderful year. And I was watching this performance and I had goosebumps. It was so good. Everything was so good. Like the song itself is beautiful, but the way that it was filmed and his emotions and his charisma. I was watching and I was like, oh my god, this just needs to qualify. It needs to qualify. But we all knew that it would be, it would be difficult because they were in a difficult semi-final. So that's unfortunate, although I'm still very happy that they were very close. I was very happy to see that they were in the 11th place. That gave me a little bit of hope. I think this was amazing. I gave an 8 for both the song and the performance. I love it. So this was my top 13 of Latvia for 2010 up until 2023. And if we now look at the average score for Latvia, the average score is a 5.8, which is the lowest score of all of the countries that I have reviewed so far, unfortunately. Now, if you liked this video, make sure to give a thumbs up. Make sure to let me know in the comments. Give me any feedback that you would like to give. Let me know who's your favorite from Latvia. And if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe to this channel because I will keep uploading new content approximately every 2 weeks. In the next video, I will be reviewing Iceland at Eurovision. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.